Struggling with low clicks? Optimize your Amazon title like this. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. Okay, so here's a bad example of a title. So it says Silk Eye Mask, great for people who want dark night covers for gifts, traveling, yoga, and sleeping. This is literally a mask to help you sleep. That's it. And it doesn't say that in the beginning. So if I showed this to a 10-year-old, again, it might not be the best. And then here is a better title. So this one's a lot better. Sleep mask for side sleeper, complete light blocking 3D sleep eye mask, soft breathable eye cover for women, men, relaxing. So it even has the target market. When this one it's really short. Silk eye mask, great for people. It's too generic, right? And it doesn't mention sleeping until the end. This one, it literally says sleep mask in the beginning. Like you literally know right from the get, it's a sleep mask. It's for sleeping. So that brings me to the first point, and that's to make your title idiot proof. Okay? So what I mean by this is when you search on Amazon, sleep mask, so I type in sleeping mask, that's what I would type in, and you're looking at it, you want it to be, see, it doesn't show all of the keywords. It only shows, let me zoom in for you. All right, it doesn't show all of the keywords. It cuts it off. So that means that when you're making your title, you need to triple check it after you input it and see, okay, it's only going to show a short amount of keywords to the customer, maybe even less on a cell phone. So those first couple of keywords need to be essential. They need to be exactly what the customer is looking for. Just like this one right here. Sleep mask for side sleeper, done. I know exactly what it is, right? And if I looked at this, it would probably be cut off. It'll probably say silk eye mask, great for people who want dark. It probably completely cut off. So you need to realize this, and a lot of sellers don't notice this. It cuts off. They can't see the whole title, man. You need to look at the entire thing before you go and you're like, oh, my title's great. What does your title look like back in the beginning? Right? So people know exactly what it's for, who it's for, the benefits. This one literally says men, woman. This one doesn't say it at all in the title. It looks like it's just for women. Now you're kind of leaving out men. Okay, so you're kind of just going through all of these and making sure your title is idiot proof. So when somebody reads it, let's say a 10-year-old was reading it and they couldn't see the picture, right? This is called the 10-year-old test. And they copy it and they put it in like a little document and they read it. Do they know exactly what you're selling just by seeing this little text? If so, you're doing a good job. If not, you're not doing a good job, right? It should take milliseconds. Next is going to be ensure your title is long enough. Is your title long enough, right? So my recommendation is to have your title between 190 and 200 characters, right? Each category is different, but 90% of categories, it's pretty much gonna be this, right? Sometimes in the clothing category or in certain categories, you can't have it. There are characters that have to be shorter. But most categories, what you can do is use a free tool called lettercount.com, and then you can literally see how many characters yours have. So let's see if they, again, my recommendation is between 190 and 200 characters. Put it in here, and let's see how much they have. They're at 161. So there's a couple more keywords they could add to this to help them rank higher. Let's look at another competitor. Let's look at them, the one that I said that's bad. They're only at 97 characters. Let's look at one of the top competitors. Let me see. Let's see how many characters they have. This is the number one seller, 171. So again, they still have a little bit of room to maximize their keywords because each keyword matters in the title. This is what's going to help you organically boost and rank on Amazon. But another thing you want to look for, and this is number 3, is to remove any duplicates from your title. So if you do have duplicates, are okay, but you want to minimize them, especially when you first launch on Amazon. So again, there's another website called duplicateword.com. And then it shows you the duplicates, the duplicate keywords. Now they only have 2, so this isn't that bad. I would say 2, maybe 3 max. if you really want to have duplicates. But don't be saying sleep eye mask for sleeping. It's a mask that helps you sleep. Great mask. No, that's too much, right? So you want to kind of keep it short and sweet, and you want to have everything you need in the title. If you're repeating keywords, it's not really going to help you. So try to have as little keywords repeating as possible. You'll be surprised if you've never looked at your duplicate keywords. You might have a lot of duplicates, not even just in your title, maybe even in your bullet points in other places, right? Number 4, I know this one's hard to hear, but remember, nobody really cares about your brand name, okay? So the issue is, and this happens all the time, if you have a long ass brand name, right? This one's short and sweet, so they put it in the title. But if you have a long brand name, just take it out of the title, man. All right, or woman, just take it out of the title. It's not worth it to have it in the title. You can put it back in the title. Once you start generating sales, people know about your brand, right? You can put it back in, but in general, so let's look at this one. I don't see their title, their brand name is Mabao. Is anybody gonna remember that? Does anybody actually care except you? The answer is usually no. So if you can, take that out, and then what you wanna do is have all that extra space for keywords. Let's look at how many keywords they have. And they're at 195. They're pushing it. They're pushing it to the 193. They're pushing it to the top, right? And they're going with what our letter count is, which is 190 to 200 characters. They're pushing it. They're making 72 grand a month. They're happy. They've got Amazon's choice, right? So they're doing a really, really good job. So just make sure that you don't have your brand name in the title, unless you can fit it, you know, and it's nice and short and sweet. But most brand names are long, and they're just not going to help you. So just keep it out if possible. I know that's hard to hear, and you might not want to do that, but I recommend just keep your brand name out initially. Once you start generating sales and stuff and things are doing good, you can just put your brand name back in, but that's just my professional opinion. Okay, number 5 is to utilize top competitor keywords and input them into your title. Also, pulling your advertising search term report, which is a lot of things people don't use, and put those converting keywords in your title. So what you want to do is, let's say I'm making a new title. I'm going to look at my top 5 competitors, right? So let's scroll down and add this in. So let's just say this is competitor 1. I'm just going to do 2 for now. But what you want to do over time is do your top 5 competitors. Look at their titles. You can also look at their bullet points and stuff like that. But let's just keep it short and simple and look at their titles for right now. And we want to just kind of see what titles do they have compared to our title. And where's the bad listing? Here it is. Let's just say this is our listing. All right, so we're like, okay, how do we make our listing better, right? Blindfold, that's an interesting keyword. We want to look through this. What are the keywords? Side sleeper, okay? They also have the keyword men and woman. They don't even have the word and. I don't know why. They have a lot of space. They could put and for men and woman, but it looks like maybe someone from China did it. Zero eye pressure, 3D sleeping mask. This looks like a specific keyword that customers are typing in. That's why they put it in there, right? Patented design, I don't think that really matters. Light blocking, that's a good keyword. We're just looking for good keywords here, and we want to add them back in. Another is, so they both have side sleeper. So this one's going to be a keyword we definitely want to put in. If we look at all 5 competitors and they all have some of the same keywords, whatever ones that they're duplicating, we definitely want to take, because we know those are some of the top searched keywords. But we also want to stand out and try different keywords. This is where the advertising report comes in, because this is actual data of ads that you've ran that are working. So you're going to go to your campaign manager. Hopefully you've ran ads. If not, you'll collect this one over time. But you're going to go to your reports, and you're going to download a sponsored ad reports, and then we're going to look at it and see what is the customer typing in to purchase your product. Let's retarget that in our title so you can show up organically, because The advertising report shows you actual real data on what works and what doesn't work. Let me show you. Okay, so we just downloaded the report right here, and then we're gonna look and we see right now it says, if we scroll, what are the customers typing in? Okay, so we see customer typed in anti-hiccup. This is obviously not a mask, this is a different device. This is a device that stops hiccups. But anyway, it's just for show. Somebody typed in anti-hiccup, right? We spent 3 cents and we generated a sale. So the total return is pretty darn high, not too bad. So maybe if we want to look at this, maybe we can put anti-hiccup in our title, right? That's something that people are like, that's not, that's not something you'd think about. You'd be like, oh, this is something that I didn't know I should be putting in my title, right? Now, another one is, let's kind of look through this. Let's find something with a lot of sales. So hiccup straw, is that in our title? If we're stopping hiccups, I would hope that's in our title. Hickaway straw, stops hiccups, Amazon shark talk hiccup straw. So there's a lot of different keywords, and we can kind of pull this report. And the thing about this report is it actually shows you what customers are typing in and then if they purchased. So somebody actually typed in anti-hiccup and then purchased our item. Now we can see other ones where they have a larger purchases right here. So again, hiccup straw, that's gotta be in our title. If in the last 7 days we got 19 orders from hiccup straw, that's a really good one. Let's see if there's another one. Hiccup straw Shark Tank. Is the word Shark Tank in our title, right? So putting that in our title, hiccup straw Shark Tank, that exact string of keywords in that exact order helped. We spent 48 cents and made $128. Or sorry, we spent $4.28 and made $128. That's hard to beat, right? So what we want to do is we're running ads for these keywords. We also want to be ranking for these keywords, right? And in order to rank for those keywords, we can put those in our title. So that's a big pro tip, but pretty much this is what we're going to do. And if we wanted to do this together, right, and we pulled the advertising report, or we looked at the top 5 keywords, we can kind of help and recreate ours. Now we don't want to just copy the competitors' keywords. We want to use our own as well. What can we do to make ours stand out, right? So sleep eye mask for side sleepers. For side sleeper, I'm gonna do #1 best eye mask, right? And I know that people are gonna see this part and it's probably gonna make them click, right? So #1, if Amazon doesn't allow the word best, we can just do #1 eye mask just to see. We're just trying to get some clicks here for men and women. Now what we also are looking for right at the beginning is how many keywords until it gets cut off, right? So if we look at this, it gets cut off at the word V. So we've got 98 keywords pretty much initially before it gets cut off by Amazon. So if we go here and we see how many keywords we have, we've got 68. So we can add another around 20 or 30. So we're coming back here. So this is really good. Best, #1 best. What the heck happened here? Eye mask for men and women. Now let's look at this. Now I'm doing this very, very quickly. You would take a little bit more time. Zero eye pressure. Looks like that one. Does this have eye pressure in here? They put eye pressure, relaxing, zero pressure. Blindfold. Do they both have blindfold in here? Okay, they both have side sleepers. But the next thing I'm going to do is think like a customer, right? What else do you want? Probably zero eye pressure. Zero eye pressure and light blocking. So zero eye pressure and light blocking. I feel like the title's already getting better than the competitors, I'm going to be honest, because right from the get, sleep eye mask for side sleepers. #1 best eye mask for men and women. Maybe you can put this together. Zero eye pressure and light blocking design. A soft night blindfold for travel, airplanes, hotels, and I feel like there's one more we should add. I'm just going to put just hostels for now. I'm just going to put random stuff. But we're going to look at our keyword count now. And we're almost there. So it's probably maybe we'll add the color, black. And now we're almost at 190. So I just need to add one more keyword in here and then we're good to go. But you kind of see exactly where we're going. And honestly, I feel like our title is already better than the competitors, or just about. Obviously, I need to change it a little bit. But if we look at it, I think ours would get more clicks if we just looked at the title compared to these. Mizzou, Viville, right? And if we have something right here, this already is looking a lot better. So you can kind of see what you need to do to make a good title. But that's it for today's video. Leave a comment below on a tip that I forgot to mention related to making your Amazon title the best. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, our #1 service is our full A to Z Amazon account management service. This is where we'll fully manage your inventory, calling Amazon, customer service, advertising, SEO, title, bullet points, backend, increasing your sales, and much, much more. The benefit of this service is so you can spend more time working on your business instead of in your business every day, like calling Amazon for hours on end just to fix an issue, or spending a significant amount of time trying to optimize your listings. Let us do it for you so you can save time, money, and increase your sales with ehpconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.